You shout out Soda TV too?
Show TV shout out.
Okay.
Soda TV.
Soda TV, what up?
Okay.
Soda TV. Shout out. Welcome to Soda TV.
What's your name? Whatever it is.
Soda TV. It's Soda TV. Welcome back to Soda TV. Yeah, 50 Cent low-key dissed Kanye West. Well, no, 50 Cent low-key dissed Boosie, trying to amp up a situation and, you know, trying to be messy. And Boosie end up saying something, Boosie ended up saying that Kanye said something that Kanye didn't say, trying to instigate. Right, I'm finna let y'all see exactly what I'm talking about. But just to make it connect and make it make sense, we all know of the situation with Boosie and Kanye, to whereas Kanye went on yet another rant. He started off talking about Drake. He went all the smoke with Drake. Went into, yeah, I want it and I'm ready to meet my mama. You know, his mother is unalived. So Kanye's saying basically he ready to DIE about this and he's really ready to go to war. I don't know what struck that emotion and what made him mad to that extent, but that's a great extent. But anyway, he goes on next to say, yeah, Boosie smells poor. No, better yet, he is poor. And then goes on to say how Boosie is a piece of who was put in the spot that he's in by the higher ups to talk And basically, like, he's just he's a talking piece of basically, in a nutshell. And you know, on that type of vibration. And then Boosie, of course, fired back, right? You know, Boosie can't stay silent for too long about nothing. But in response, Boosie tried to not only, you know, crush Kanye, but he wanted to hit below the belt and talk about Kanye's son. So Boosie's whole point was, you know, Ye, you need to stop and think about the stuff you be posting because, you know, something that I saw, you know, it led Boosie to telling them that, you know, your son is going to be curious as to how D tastes in his mouth. You know, and the D word is not a good word for man, you know. But I never knew that after Kanye West went off on Boosie, that 50 started instigating. I never knew this until just today, right? 50 Cent went on to say some stuff that I didn't hear Kanye say myself. 50 Cent says, LOL, I know Boosie hot right now. What you gonna do? Ye say you smell like bad. I am deceased because Ye ain't never say that. He never said that. And I'm guessing that's what made Ye, you know, get mad and diss 50 by saying what I'm finna show you. Before I expose this, go ahead and tap that like it don't cost you a Australian quarter. It don't, not nothing. Share this with anybody you can whenever you can, and that's love coming directly from me, for real. Because you ain't got to do nothing. You know, subscribe to the channel. I would rather you do it now, but if you want to see if I earn it and wait to the end, I respect that. But I just want you to keep a word at the end, like you say, right? Last but not least, notification bell. Keep you notified on everything I drop. All right? So Kanye posts this. When graduation dropped, 50 Cent became 25 cent. LOF&L. That was the whole bar, low key, man. But is that Kanye's way of saying, when I dropped that, crazy selling album Graduation, which was a masterpiece, right? That made 50 Cent, come down. But come down from what? Are you talking about Get Rich or Die Trying? Which was a masterpiece in itself. Both of these are, man, you talking about masterpieces, man. Woo. But what I did think in my head, they can't be compared. Only because they dang they're in two different genres. But one is dedicated to the streets and is a street certified, you know what I'm saying? And one went global mainstream. Kanye is one of those global mainstream artists who, if he didn't go and start just going on these rants and all this stuff, losing a lot of his fan base and messing up a lot of his fan base, if he would have kept with that music he was dropping, like Graduation, up to this time, man, I ain't even gonna try to. But Kanye, as far as money wise, he has gotten everywhere he was supposed to get. But it's just like, everybody fell in love with Kanye from his musical talents. You know what I'm saying? And that's not where everybody's mind is right now. And it's for a reason. I think Kanye is to blame for that. So let me know what you feel down in the comment section. Along with that, if you have not tapped that like button right now, is the last and only time. Share with whoever you can, whenever you can. I'm not as big on that, even though I do need that. But I'm not as big on that as I am with you subscribing. Let me get that about you, partner. Last but not least, notification bell. Keep you notified on everything I drop. This is the self-proclaimed #1 celebrity news channel on YouTube at this time. The Real Soda TV. I'm out here.